Let's move on to State of Arizona versus Zachary Michael Dillabaugh, CR 2023-00431. So we're here with State v. Dillabaugh. Mr. Bloomberg, is that your client seated next to you?
It sure is, Judge. Good morning.
Good
This
morning.
is Bruce Blumberg. I represent Zachary Dillabough. He's present with me at this proceeding virtually.
Okay, so the record will reflect the presence of the defendant and his counsel appearing via Zoom. I believe we probably have some victim representatives who have joined us.
We do, Your Honor, on Zoom. I believe Miss Glover is his sister, and Miss Kelly, I believe, is mother.
Okay. Thank you. If at any point either of you cannot hear what's going on, please get our attention so that we can make sure that you are able to hear what's going on. Do we have any victim representatives present in the courtroom as well?
No,
on this case?
No.
Okay. So we also have Joe Collins, Chief Deputy County Attorney, who's here for the state. We're here today for a complex case management conference. Mr. Bloomberg, what do you think we can accomplish today? What are you requesting happen today?
Judge, I've been in touch with Joe Collins, and I didn't really want to embarrass anybody, but one of the difficulties I'm having is securing the financing to permit my experts to do their work. So I've talked this over with Mr. Benjamin, and I believe it will proceed, but right now I'm at a standstill. And so I resubmitted what I requested, and apparently his assistant, Ms. Mikeworth, is not available. Whether she was just not available when I sent it is one thing, I don't know, and that was yesterday or the day before. But one of the difficulties is, Judge, if my client was not indigent, I wouldn't even have to discuss this with the courts. That's the embarrassing part, because under our Constitution, we're supposed to be treated as indigents. We're supposed to be treated the same as if my client could afford all of those, could afford the experts himself. And then I wouldn't need to discuss this with you. It would just be going on while planning. So it's not the fault of the state, of Joe Collins, but I need more time.
How much time do you believe you need?
I'd like to come back in 90 days, and I'd like to have completed our investigation at that time and interviews with Mr. Collins' witnesses as well. So I'd like to be prepared really to set a trial date in 90 days.
Mr. Collins, what is the state's position?
Your Honor, I sympathize with counsel's predicament. I don't have a problem setting it at 90 days, but I would actually, and this is not because of anything Mr. Bloomberg's done, I would prefer to set it on a quick turnaround so that if we have an issue, I can become aware of it and maybe get involved, or we can, Mr. Bloomberg and I can address it with the county. I again, sympathize with his position, having been a defense attorney, both private and on the contract previously. I understand where he's at. So I don't want it to languish, and I don't want us to have a problem if he can't get what he needs within the next couple of weeks. I see that as a significant issue, both constitutionally. It affects my case, my ability to move forward. It affects the victims. It affects a lot of different circumstances. So, and if there's a problem in this particular case, it might happen in some of my other homicide cases, which experts will now be requested on. So I would prefer to stay on top of it, maybe do something here with a quick turnaround with Mr. Bloomberg so he can just tell us, yes, everything's good at this point. If not, then maybe the county attorney's office needs to exert some pressure on the county. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's It's a dilemma, and it's problematic from my perspective as well.
How many weeks are you suggesting, Mr. Collins?
A couple of weeks, Your Honor. I don't know if Mr. Bloomberg's available by remote to appear just to let us know. We can vacate it if he informs me that it's taken care of.
Mr.
What if we
Bloomberg,
set it-
are you available March 3rd?
No, I'm out March 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
What
But
about,
Judge, what if we set it for the 11th?
well, that's not going to work, but we can do it on the 10th.
Okay, let's see. Well, if you'll be patient with me, oh boy, I have three matters that morning. I have three major felony matters that morning. So are you available in the afternoon?
Yes, we can do this in the afternoon. Would 1:30 work?
Yes.
Mr. Collins, any objection to 1:30 on the 10th?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Bloomberg, for accommodating.
And yes, and then do you think you need Mr. Dillabough present at that hearing? Should we just have a conference?
Your Honor, I
You,
don't have
me, and Mr.
I don't have an objection to waiving his appearance for the hearing on the 10th.
Well, I think I might.
You're the
Okay.
judge.
Here's the concern. I want it to be clear that he knows when the next hearing date is.
Oh.
Okay,
It
good.
sounds like the prosecutor doesn't need him to be here in person. I think he
He'll
could
be-
appear via Zoom, and
Very well.
whether he's at your office or whether he's in his living room, he can appear via Zoom. I don't think he has to come
Well,
sit
He'll
next to
probably
you.
come here. That's fine. That's fine. I
So
understand, Your Honor.
what
Thank
I'll
you.
do, I'm going to continue the Complex Case Management Conference to 1:30 p.m. March 10th, 2025. Defendant and defense counsel may appear via Zoom. Certainly the victim representatives also may appear via Zoom if they choose to do so. Mr. Dillabough, I have indicated that you do need to appear. I'm not making you come to Globe for the hearing, but you need to make an appearance. If you fail to appear, warrant could issue for your arrest. Any bond posted could be forfeited. You could be charged with the crime of failure to appear. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing for me.
Nothing. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, everyone. That will be all for today's hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.